Hello and welcome to the broadcast. It is Wednesday, May 29th, and that means... pointing the other way. That means video games! Woo! Before we hop in, Matthias, thank you for the resub right at the top of the show there. Hi, how are you doing? Also, hi Lyra. Yeah, so today we're going to be starting a new game. As I mentioned at the end of Prey, we were going to be starting a new game today. I put up a vote. I put up a poll for a new game to be played. But then, very excitingly, a new game dropped. Literally yesterday, that I didn't know was coming out yesterday, that I've been looking forward to. And yeah, here we are. Thank you for the bit, anonymous cheerer. So some background. Spellforce 3 isn't new. Spellforce 3 has been out for a while, but they just released a standalone expansion, Soul Harvest, yesterday. That I have been theoretically excited for a while. Specifically, Spellforce 3 has a voice actor in it that I am rather fond of. Specifically, Jess, aka Little Cup of Joe, who you have seen on the Ryutama streams here, as well as a bunch of other games. Jessica Osborne did some voice acting for Spellforce 3, and supposedly is in the expansion as well. So I haven't played Spellforce 3 yet. I don't want to jump directly into Soul Harvest. So yeah, here we are. We're going to play Spellforce 3 and do the usual talking about it, but our sort of ulterior motive, our secondary win condition for this game is to find Jess's voice and be like, yay, it's our friend. So yeah. I know a little bit about Spellforce 3, in that, like, I know Jess is in it, and I know that it's a blend of RPG and RTS, which is really interesting to me. It makes me think of, oh god, there's a game, I didn't even play it. I watched my roommate play it when I was, like, 15 or something. I think it was Heroes of Might and Magic 5 or 6 or something, that did something similar where it had like some RPG elements and some RTS elements in the same game. I don't know what the exact mechanics of Spellforce 3 are, but I do know that it's sort of a blend of those genres, and that's it. That's all I know. So we're gonna jump into it basically blind, and do our usual talking about the design of the game and see what comes of it. So let's pop the game open. I have, as always, I have opened the game enough to set up OBS, and I put my camera in a place where I think it won't be over any UI elements, but that's it. So hey Lynn, thanks for the host. And I adjusted the volume, so hopefully the game isn't too loud or too quiet, but let me know if it needs to wiggle around and I'll do that. Ooh, shiny. Okay, so before we even get into any menus, I want to talk about what we're seeing with this splash screen. So if we ignore any context from the trailer of the game, because the game itself hasn't given us that yet, right? Like, the game didn't give us an intro cinematic, it just gave us this. The typeface choice, obviously, is leaning very fantasy. This sort of, like, pseudo-uncial typeface reads a kind of Tolkien-esque fantasy to me. I don't know if the game world actually follows that, but these sparks flying through, these embers flying through the air, and sort of the atmospheric smoke in the background. I don't know how well that's showing up, the smoke in the background, but there is some very subtle atmospheric smoke in the background of this, that implies to me a sort of... it hits on some tropes, especially in fantasy, of like the effects of war. And of course, if this is in the RTS genre, we can expect some kind of a war-themed narrative. And I think that this is just sort of reinforcing that. But specifically, if we look at the texturing of these letters and these big old numbers in the background, there's a lot of weathering on them. And specifically, there's some really neat stuff happening with the metal textures. And this isn't like a design thing. I'm just gonna be a nerd for a second. If we look like in here, right, these little, they're like ridges and pits in the metal that imply sort of a hammered tooling. Including those tool marks in the texture really makes a huge difference in making this feel realistic. But specifically the weathering in the letters and in the numbers in the background, especially I think I see there's some like notching, and like some cuts across here. That implies sort of a history of war, and since this is the third in the series, that makes sense. Yeah, but I will say, this use of like a bright orange glow, this light reflecting off of the text, gives a sort of optimistic tone to it that is in contrast to sort of the rough green of the lettering and sort of the smoke and fire of the background. That makes me think that this is going to overall have a pretty positive tone. If not in the beginning, I don't expect, based on this alone, I don't expect this to be a hyper tragic story, but we'll see. And here's our main menu. Looks like an in-engine render, probably. We've got some menu items to the left, which are taking up a very small portion of the screen real estate. And let me actually turn my camera off for a second. We've got this tree over here, which gives a frame. The composition here is really good. It's drawing our eye toward the center here, where we have the camp. And of course, the little fire here, the campfire being one of the main moving elements, also draws our eye. But this arc here, and I think I talked about this a little bit in the Banner Saga menu, because that one was really good at moving the eye through the composition. This menu is doing a similar thing, right? Where even if we start over here, we're gonna look to the right at what's happening, and then this curve of the tree loops us over to this, the movement of the water brings us back down, and even if we follow this line, we reach a skeleton, which is reaching toward the fire, which puts us back in this loop and gets our eye just sort of wandering, well, not wandering through the composition, but like traveling in a guided fashion through the composition, which is really, really good. And like, with the amount of stuff that's going on here, is impressive, right? There's a lot here. We've got like this cart over here. We've got an urn and some boxes. Like, there's a lot of detail, and getting the eye to not get stuck anywhere and to actually flow through. Or on the other hand, on the opposite spectrum of getting stuck, having the eye bounce around and not know like what to look at. There's a really fine balance there that this menu is hitting on quite well. The choice to have sort of an environment here and then a very small amount of menu. Like, if we compare to the menu that we saw for Prey, right? If we looked at the menu in Prey, that was like big UI elements and then very subtle background. That focused you on the process of getting into the game and starting to play, right? This is doing a different thing. This is taking a different approach to getting you into the game, where it's saying, hey, take a look at the world, take a look at the setting, get a sense that you're in this space, and then maybe come over here and consider pressing play. Which I think is a sort of balance that you see, or choice that is made when you decide between a more subtle small menu or a larger screens, like full screen menu, or even a central menu. So yeah, I already fiddled with the options. Hopefully everything's good. Let me know if the game's too quiet or too loud at any point, and I will adjust. I don't think there's anything else I want to say. I mean, this is all fairly standard. We're a fantasy game menuing stuff, although I note that it's using a sans serif here. This isn't like a nitpick necessarily. It's using a sans serif here in the main UI elements, but then the actual selections, like the actual descriptions, are a serif typeface, which I'm not sure that that's necessary, really. I think you could have just used one for both. But yeah, that's just a minor nitpick. Baroon! Hello! I hope I pronounced that right. Hello, how are you? Let's hop in. Let's... And actually, I keep getting distracted by little details. If we look at the logo here, compared to on that splash screen, the press any button screen, even the numbers in the background have more of that reflectivity to it. So I do think we're going to be dealing with sort of a classic good versus evil kind of narrative here. I'm getting that sense of like a bright heroic force symbolized by the light and the sort of shiny letters versus this dark evil force that we can see in the sort of it's not a sickly green, but it's a menacing green. All right, now I'm gonna press go. New game. We'll do on normal, and I don't know enough about the control scheme. I'm just gonna, I don't care. Whoa! This is a big change in typeface though. Again, we're mixing. Okay, now here's where I was nitpicking about the menus before, but I'm gonna level an actual criticism here. This typeface is a little difficult to read. I appreciate that they have tooltips on everything. That's a really good choice, but this is, like, that R looks kind of like a V. I might have gone for a more readable typeface or modified this to make it more readable. But the actual criticism I'm gonna level here is we've got 1, 2, 3 different typefaces here, and really at most, like, you can stretch to 3 if you really need to, but if you don't need to, you should keep it to 2 tops. It's just sort of a rule of thumb. All right, we're gonna go with normal. We're gonna keep the Spellforce 3 control scheme. I'm talking too fast for myself. And we're gonna press let's go.
You are General Sentenza Noria, commander of the Wolf Guard. According to rumor, a group of rebels planning to overthrow the crown has taken refuge in a deserted castle in the wilds of Iskander. Their leader, a mage named Isamo Tahar, is as charismatic as he is radical. It is your job to end his scheming, one way or another.
Are the tooltips in another typeface? I wasn't paying enough attention to tell, but I did note that the tooltips were using a serif for the headers and a sans serif for the body text. And again, we have, well, it looks like a third, no, this is the same sort of Gothic typeface, I think. The R looks a lot like that same R. But we're using that Gothic typeface for the header, and then the text is the serif. I think they should just pick a scheme, really. They should just be like, this is our header face, this is our body face, and that's it. I don't know why it's changing so much. This right here is a convention of RTS games where you have the loading screen tell you what the narrative of the mission is, and man, I haven't seen that. I haven't played an RTS in a long time. Real-time strategy games were my first real, like, PC gaming genre. I played hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of Age of Empires and Age of Empires 2. I played a bunch of StarCraft 1 and Brood War. I mean, I wasn't good, but I did play them a lot before, you know, internet gaming, like online multiplayer was really like a huge thing, especially free games, because when I was a kid and a teenager, I was broke as fuck. So I love real-time strategy games. I just haven't played one in a long time. And I had completely forgotten about this as like a RTS convention. I'm here for it. I will say, this loading time is significant. This is not something I missed from playing old RTS. This might have to do with the particular drive that I have the game installed on, but yeah. And scrolling back in chat, Matthias, I saw your message on the resub and then didn't respond to it. You worked at the studio that made the first two Spellforce games. Really? That's pretty awesome. And that was after the games came out, but still. Can I ask what you did there? I haven't interacted with a lot of people that worked like actually at game companies, so that's really awesome. Press space to continue. Oh, look at the deer.
It's true, sir. They're inside the fortress.
Good. What about the outpost?
They've set it up and are waiting for you to take over and give instructions. The new guy, Private,
Corporal.
yes, that one. He's in charge right now.
Good. I've told you before and I'll tell you again. This mission is important. The man inside that fortress, Isamu Tahar, he's more than just an ordinary lawbreaker. He's a traitor, he's a mage, and he's a murderer. We are the best the Royal Army has to offer, and the Queen put her faith in us. So let's not fail her. Now move to the outpost.
Thank you for the exposition, Geralt. Controlling your hero, select units with left mouse button.
Yes.
Huh?
Okay, standard.
Yes.
Interact with the environment or NPCs using right mouse. Order them to move to a target position, attacking everything in their path by holding control. Don't worry if you lose track of your heroes in the heat of battle, and I'm assuming we can
Yes.
select multiple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right away.
Simply press period to highlight. Oh, cool. So one thing that's going to kind of trip me up is I'm used to WASD to move around. Oh, this is toggle, and we can't do that here. We can use the arrow keys and we can move the mouse, but WASD doesn't. All right. So presumably we're meant to go this way because that's where the light is, but you know what I'm gonna do? Not that. Development manager. They're doing free-to-play games for EA. Quality and success of Spellforce was actually what got them bought up by EA in the first place. Oh wow. Yeah, this is THQ Nordic, I believe. Produced number 3. You can interact with your surroundings by clicking on objects of interest or NPCs with right mouse. Okay. Ooh. Ugh. Click and fight. The click and fight menu can tremendously help in battle. Simply press and hold Alt when hovering over an enemy or ally to open it. Click on the ability you would like to use to cast it on the target. Whoa! What? We've got abilities and shit? The glossary is an in-game encyclopedia where you can read up on game mechanics, units, and factions, as well as take a second look at tutorial screens after you've closed them. Defeating a monster will grant you experience points and unlock the according entry in the glossary, where you can read more about its story and its unique abilities in combat. Open the glossary by navigating to the according tab in the hero selection screen by pressing F9. Huh. We've got potions. Okay, wow. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, let's take a look at our heroes, I guess. So, Anselm has nothing? F5 is inventory. Abilities F6, okay. Anselm looks like passive stuff. You have Whirlwind Strike on Sentenza, and Gwen has White Magic, which is, oh, that's Sentenza. And okay,
All right.
loot. The remains of what appears to be a traveler. Seems like the wolves got the better of him. Whoops. Can we loot him? Can we loot this?
That could come in handy.
Orb of Healing. Heal all allies in target area. Focus Potion. Restores focus, which I'm assuming is mana. And Healing Potion. Nice.
All right.
And I think that's as far as we can go this way. Cool. Jump, 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 jump. Look at our cool people. Look at our heroes. Alright, now we can go the way they want us to. Have you played the game Divinity Original Sin? This game seems pretty similar in terms of look. I have not played it, but I'm familiar with it. Yeah, I can see some similarities there.
Careful! Wolves up ahead!
For the crown!
Commander.
I have to click it, okay.
Easy.
That's got a cooldown.
Rabbit, what a lovely piece of earth this is.
Oh shit! Nope, 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 nope. That's spiders. That's spiders. That's... Okay.
Onwards.
Oh, this will be fun.
Ugh. Creepy. For the Queen, what a great game.
I'll take a look.
Alright, let's loot this. Round shield. Okay.
Right.
Loot that. For chitin shell, and should have looted this while I was over here. Alright, I see what are probably bad guys. Wolfhide and fangs. Cool.
That the outpost?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Good. Then let's find Private Carpel.
Maybe he's in a tunnel. You've received your first quest. Oh, wait. Oh, we can press Q for this, W for this, E for this. Oh, interesting. All right, you received your first quest. You can read about its details in your quest log, which can be opened by pressing F8 or via the book button on the bottom of the screen. Important quest objectives will be marked on the minimap. Be wary, not every quest. Not every quest is tracked in the quest log. Some are hidden in item descriptions and world interactions. Alright. That's the edge of the map.
Sure.
Let's talk.
General Noria, it's an honor.
Private Carpel. Report. How much resistance do we face?
Impossible to say, sir. We've captured 2 of the rebels in the woods, but they wouldn't talk. All we know is that there have been some troubles within the, resistance. That might be to our advantage.
Ooh, what happened to the patrol or troubles? That's about troubles.
Yes. The prisoners wouldn't tell us, so we waited for your arrival, as you ordered. As you might know already, Tahar and his mages barricaded themselves in the old fortress. We'll need to find a way inside.
And that's what we'll do. Anything else?
No, sir.
Good. Good
I'll be
work,
nice.
Private. I'm glad they assigned you to my unit.
Oh, Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let the workers know I'm in command now.
He
We need to
gonna
get this
die.
camp and our men into shape before we can make a move.
Understood. Get over here, men. Yes, you. For those of you who don't know who this is, General Sentenza Noria, spy master of the Queen and commander of the Wolf Guard. He's the one in charge of this operation, and from now on, you'll follow his orders. Understood? Yes, sir! General?
Yes, first we need to...
Rebels, we're under attack.
Ah!
Blazes.
keep it together. We'll show them what it means to take on the crown.
Okay. So I guess just let's fight the bad guys.
Ready.
For the Queen!
Not entirely sure what to do here, but it seems to have
That
worked
was all
out.
of them, I think. You all right, Gwen?
I know how to defend myself, baby brother. But
They're related.
thanks for asking.
Quiet. If Tahar knows our location, it won't be long until he'll launch another attack. We should stock up on resources first, and then set up a barrack to arm our men. Let's begin.
Ooh, RTS time!
Get the hunting cabin manned, and see if we have any lumberjacks among our workers. We need wood.
Understood. There's plenty of fish in these waters too, so maybe...
Sure, whatever helps.
Buildings need at least one worker assigned to them in order to function. If a building has no workers, it won't perform any tasks. New buildings are automatically assigned to maximum worker capacity if free workers are available. Remember to always keep a handful of workers assigned to your capital, where they will serve as resource carriers. Not all buildings need to be filled to maximum capacity at all times. Efficient worker management is key to victory. Okay, who are my workers? Whoa. Oh, these are my
General,
workers.
I advise against issuing orders directly to a worker. Tell the taskmaster if you want something constructed or a building manned instead.
Oh. I would, how do I do that? Assign workers. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Good. Now let's build the barracks.
Building construction, press K, use the build button, which is here somewhere. Yeah. The bottom right of the screen to open the construction menu. Then click on a building's icon to place it anywhere in your sectors. Buildings can be rotated by pressing and holding left mouse and pressing left mouse again to confirm the placement. So we need the barracks.
So, Carpal, where are you from? We never got the chance to talk back in Greykeep.
Some village in Iskander. Doubt you'd know it.
And how did you get the Lord Marshal to recommend you?
Gwen, just stop pestering him, okay?
All right, all right.
Let's put it here. All right, where are our resources? Our resources are up here. We're at -9. That's not great. All right. Know your surroundings tutorial. Explore the Iskander Wilds, explore the north, explore the quarry,
Orders.
Yes?
explore the old mine. This is the edge of the map, right? Yeah.
You got it.
Let's go over here. Ugh. Ugh, spiders. Ugh. God, I hate it. Okay. Kill it.
For the queen!
I'm trying to use our like special abilities here.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Do I need to I think I press the button and then confirm. I think? I don't know. Single target. Single target. Give me the loot. We got food.
Right.
Sir, a question? This coup Tahar is planning, if we don't stop him, do you think he'll have a chance?
No.
Even with support? I've heard that House Iskander is sympathizing with his cause.
Tahar's cause is power. The rest is just verbiage to get a following. And even if it weren't, and this revolution he's planning really is about the safety of mages, Aelod Iskander doesn't care about that. If he is supporting Tahar, it's because he's hoping to gain something from it.
Makes sense.
Bunch of soldiers here and some loot.
Acknowledged.
Oh boy. Let's retreat. I was hoping not to aggro them. Okay, pulled back.
Fine.
Alright, so go to here and see what's up with our barracks. Barracks is done? Is almost done?
Make up your mind.
Commander.
Let's move our recruits over here. We need more soldiers than that. I think we don't have enough wood to complete that, so we should add another worker here. Where's our... We're at 11 of 60. How can we see how many workers we have? Assigned versus unassigned. Huh. Guess we should just set them all to full? It's one of those things where I'm going to be really bad at the game for a long time. Oh, there's a cool face here. So we know there's bad guys up there.
Well then.
Fair enough.
Building complete.
Now let's man them. The quicker we get those soldiers armed, the better.
Barracks allow you to recruit military units. When first built, only the weakest tier units will be available for training. Invest in unit upgrades or find new blueprints to unlock higher tier units. Makes sense. Stronger units require more valuable resources. Okay.
That's just how it is.
So, we select this. We can build... We can't make recruits. We need the blueprints for those, but we can make an arsonist. Okay, sure, why not?
This will be a master. Chop chop, man. Let's get to work. Take a second.
Let's make 2. Then we're going to take our fighting force over here to deal with these guys. That's the plan anyway. Alright, can I control 1 to make a control group? I can. Cool. Great.
Need something?
Royal Soldier. And recruit. Oops.
Waiting your orders.
How do I select all of my... Let's see, train recruit squads.
Orders.
Interesting.
What? Hold on. F9. Nope. F8, there we go. Swords and torches. Train recruit squads. Oh no, we did the, we trained 2 arsonists like the quest wanted us to. Page up and down. Can we, is there a more convenient rotate the camera button? Controls. Nope, doesn't look like it. We can set some though, I think. Unless do we have forward, back mapped in here somewhere? I don't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna come up here, open my mouse settings real quick, make sure I'm on the right one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Now where are these arsonists?
Aye.
Yes?
Okay, so there's our quest group. Here are arsonists. Wow, that makes a whole group of them. Still working on it? No. Okay, so
Yes.
let's move our recruits here.
I'm here.
It's our royal soldier. We have more than one of these though.
Ready. Just give the word.
I don't understand why double clicking doesn't select all of those.
I'm ready.
And an arbalest. Alright, so we're gonna move the arbalest here.
Aye, Commander.
Our royal soldier here. Our other royal soldier here.
All
These
right.
are going to be our home group. We're going to leave them at home to protect the base. And then
Aye.
these arsonists
Commander.
and these recruits, we're going to set control group 2. And then,
Huh?
yeah, select all of them. Set the
Yes.
control group 3. So this is me remembering how RTSs work in general, and I'm selecting up a group of soldiers and heroes, and then combining them together and setting them with control and then a number to make these control groups so that I can easily select them. Specifically, though, I need Sentenza to talk to this guy because there's a quest marker.
I'll take a look. Good. That should suffice. So, Carpal, that fortress you mentioned, is that the ruin up north?
Yes, sir. That's where Tahar's hiding.
All right. Then let's take some men with us and put an end to this bastard. We should be able to blast through his barricades now.
Or we could go kill these guys over here, which is what we're going to do instead.
Of course.
Did we not loot this? Why is it all glowy? There we go.
Oh, this will be fun.
Make it quick! For the queen!
Get on their back line.
Say the word.
Okay, now I'm understanding how the abilities up here work. Cool.
By Tiara, have patience!
Need to heal our units here. Let's get control group 2 to group up a little bit. And then we will heal them. Boop. Rah! Cool.
What is it?
Commander.
All right.
Good work, team. Elven Halberd and Great Hammer. Okay. So Oh boy, here's where we get to the RPG elements. 21 to 22 DPS. And so only Sentenza can use these. What's our current DPS at? Our damage is 53 to 57. So, because we're dual wielding, neither of these weapons is going to be super useful for us. I'm going to hold on to them in case a later character can use them, or if we can sell them or something. Ooh, I see quest markers. Oh, hello!
For the queen!
For the crown! I need to focus! Take them down!
For the queen!
Charge!
Take him down.
There we go, nice. How are our units doing? We've lost
Command.
one recruit and one arsonist. Could be better, could be worse. Let's heal up. Move on.
That way? All right.
What's this? Oh, hello. Goodbye. Let's fight them on this path if we can.
All right.
For the crown!
I want to fight them on the choke. Yeah, nice.
I need to focus!
Kiara's breath! Kill them!
Cool. And this is a fortress. I don't know that I want to deal with this right now.
Yes. As you command.
That's the rebellion. I thought I wasn't going toward the direction of the quest. Whoops. Alright, let's go back this way. I'm gonna go up the hill by our town. Can we make more units now? Where is our home? Here's our home. Alright, and barracks, what do you got for me? Now we can make recruits. Nice. We're gonna make 2 sets of those. Are there any more buildings we can make? It's the barracks. No.
So much to do, so little time.
Orders?
Need something?
Alright. Sweet. That went surprisingly well. And wait for these to finish producing. Unless it didn't start producing?
Yes?
This will be a masterpiece.
Where are my units? Okay, now it's producing. I must have accidentally pressed something to cancel.
Huh? Yes.
Let this group finish, and then we're gonna push up this way. No fish left. That's not great. Means we have a bunch of idle workers. Alright. We'll shift, click these. Control 2, update control group 2.
Yes.
Alright.
You got it.
I'm ready.
Oh, we totally could have come here way earlier. More food. Some wood. We can't go through here. Well, maybe, actually, if we select our arsonists. Can I have you...
Understood.
Can our arsonists attack a location? No. Oh, maybe. Attack. Here. No. Okay. Alright, so our whole group is going to have to go around. Got some quests up there. Could head out that way, although it does look like these roads are also blocked off, so they really want us to go here.
As you command.
Spacebar doesn't center camera. Does middle mouse? No. Ooh, middle mouse does let us zoom around the map super fast, though. Neat. Got a pretty large force at this point. I mean, my impressions so far of this game are pretty good, honestly. I like the mix of hero combat and RTS stuff. Seems to be working pretty well.
Locked. No way we're getting through here.
Can't we get the workers to build a battering ram?
Sure, brother. With luck, it'll be finished right in time for Isamo Tahar's coronation.
We don't have that time. There must be another way, so let's take a look around.
Okay.
Fine.
Where would we look? Is the day-night dynamic or scripted? I do not know. It seems to be scripted so far. It's been nighttime the entire level, but... Oh, what's this? Oh, I see.
Look, there's a path over there.
You're right. If we're lucky, that one leads into the fortress too.
Don't jinx it.
There it is. Arsonists, get to work.
What a name for a unit type. You just found a talisman. Talismans are items that allow you to cast a special ability when used. Equip the talisman of Cryomancy to the inventory to gain access to the Frostblast ability.
Go.
Use it in combination with Anselm's Shield Bash to unleash a devastating ability combination. Interesting. Why did we get that?
Sir? What's the story behind this part of Nortander? Whose lands were these?
House Vestel, a minor house loyal to Iskander. The house's patriarch and his wife got taken by the Red Fever, and they didn't have an heir.
Interesting.
I don't see this talisman that they're saying I have. Like, we've got a talisman of the second chance. Ba-da-ba-ba. Not sure what that does. Our inventory, orb of healing, round shield. Did we miss a treasure up here? Danny, hello. Werwindle, also hello, and thank you for the bits. How y'all doing tonight?
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Archer is called Bertrand. Oh my god, you're right. Alright, I don't know where this talisman is, but I think we'll be fine without it. Just gonna keep on keeping
That
on.
way? All right.
Of course.
Say the word.
Orders?
Uh-huh.
Want our main force behind the heroes.
Yes?
Need something?
Made up
You
your
got
mind.
it.
Oh, hello.
Acknowledged.
Oh, this will be fun.
Shit, they got through. 2 arms!
Take him down.
2 whole arms. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus, that's a lot. Oh, cool, we leveled up. Alright, we need to pull our troops out so our heroes can get in.
Of course.
Take him down.
You go over your messing. Need something?
Attack! Not now. This is over.
What is it?
I need to focus.
Say the word.
Oof. Need to heal. Come on, get the heals out. There we go.
Pray tell.
Charge!
Fine.
Nice. I might turn off the depth of field, honestly. It's a little distracting. Okay. Heal up. That went okay. Probably could have gone better. We did get level ups, though. So, F6. F6 to distribute your ability and attribute points. Alright, ability points, starting with Sentenza. One of my drives is like rattling and it's kind of annoying me. Alright, get cleave, deal weapon to a single target, plus half damage and interrupt spell casting. Weapon damage with two-handed weapons. Dual wielding. He seems to be locked into dual wielding, so I'd probably go with that. Gain increased focus regeneration when you're below 50% health. Let's grab this. And increase our strength or dexterity. What do your weapons use? Scaling attribute strength and strength. Okay. Gwen. Hierophany 1. Healing abilities cost 20% less focus. That sounds good. Tiara's shield. Apply a shield to a targeted ally. Verdict. Damage and interrupt target enemy. And get elementalism. Start doing other kinds of magic. I'm gonna go with the cheaper heals. Intelligence. Damage you inflict with intelligent and spaced weapons and abilities. Increase your focus regeneration. Is this based on willpower? Yeah. And determines... Yeah. Cool. We didn't save these. Apply. Bertrand. Serrated arrow 1. Deal damage. And apply bleeding or impaling shot. Deal damage to target enemy plus half and applies stunned. That sounds really good, honestly. Let's grab that, and I'm assuming his bow is dex. Yeah. Improve dexterity. And finally, Anselm. Press F7 to open your spellbook. Here you can drag and drop active abilities, yada yada. Perks are passive. Cool. War Cry. Taunt all enemies in a small area around you. Taunt, interrupt, and purge. I'm gonna go with the AoE taunt. That sounds good. And Constitution, probably for health. Yeah. Alright, apply. Okay, and then F7 was our spellbook. Right. Ah, so we've got that, which is D. Oh, I see. It's QWER, and then ASDF is. Okay, I see how they're handling the control scheme here. That makes sense. All right. So that worked out pretty well. Oh, there's more. Okay.
Right away.
Hello.
I need to focus.
Oh my god, you run through focus so fast.
I'm ready.
Charge!
Get ready.
Let's run our heroes into here.
That's all. I'm only getting started.
For the crown!
And get wrecked.
That's all of them.
Nice.
Now where's that traitor?
Good question.
I'd wager they're inside the fortress. With a bit of luck, they haven't heard the fighting.
Irrelevant. Let's find them.
All right.
I?
Any loot? 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 Doesn't look like it. All right. Group up, get a little bit of healing off.
Of course, Commander.
You and you group up so I can heal you. There we go. All right, and we've been going for about an hour. I'm out of water. I'm gonna step away for just a second. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we get back, we're gonna keep playing Spellforce 3. This is a lot of fun. I'm really liking this. So yeah, see you in just a minute. If I can remember how to use my stream deck. There we go.